positive live chat experience. On Belly Cage Kitchen. Okay, I didn't do anything there, but I'm live. I'm live. Well, while we're waiting for everybody to get in here, I can go ahead and get started on some of the things.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning. That's gonna be kind of weird. It's gonna be kind of weird. This is like growing pains, you guys. Trying to get everything figured out, what we're supposed to be doing, and cooking at the same time. But Rusty is here, and he's going to be reading all of the comments and keeping me up to date. So,
I'm trying.
We're just gonna make this happen. Morning, Jovita. Oh, I'm so glad you have internet. That is so awesome. Hopefully we're not, are we fuzzy? Because we're in the kitchen. Okay. Yay, I'm not fuzzy this morning. That's good. Okay, I'm going to move you guys back a little bit. Can you guys hear okay? Everything's good. Just kind of so y'all can see what's going on over here.
Well, this is, I have signal here in Sarita.
Yay!
Heather Hopper's here.
Hi, Heather. So I think this will be a lot more relaxed. Well, not that our other live is not relaxed, but just kind of a more chill environment just because I can't get too crazy or I'll chop my finger off.
Johnson Hill says, good morning. Main Magic says, hey, Cookie, what's cooking?
Good morning. We are going to make some chilaquiles. I just recently started liking these. I mean, not liking them, but making them. I grew up on migas. Like, we always made migas growing up, which is kind of a variation of chilaquiles, but I made some of these, I don't know, probably a year ago, and then decided, you know what, I like these a lot better. So I'm kind of, now my pregnant daughter is like, Mom, when are you going to make those? Mom, I'm craving those. So I called her, or texted her last night, so I think she'll be here later for some chilaquiles. So at least we got an audience to cook for, right?
Yes. Pat Montgomery says, good morning, Rachel and Rusty. Jovita says, I love migas.
Me too.
Dot Roper says, good morning, Rachel and Rusty.
Good morning.
Main Magic says, almost time for some pumpkin chocolate cookies.
Ooh, pumpkin chocolate cookies sounds amazing. Yes.
And Michelle says, howdy, Rachel, cooking with you.
Yay. Oh, right. What are you making? What are we making this morning? And then, oh, I'm not even going to walk through it, you guys. I mean, chilaquiles is fried corn tortillas, and Mom prefers yellow, not white. So fried corn tortillas, and then we make a separate salsa. So I'm going to do Salsa Verde today and not Salsa Roja, because red sauce, Allie's not as big on that as she is on the Salsa Verde. She likes more of the tangy stuff, so that's what I'm doing today. You know, got to keep the pregnant girl happy, right?
Got to keep the fat guy happy.
Oh, yeah, but you like Salsa Roja too.
Yeah, I like it all. You
Yeah.
cook it, I like it.
So I'm just going to cut strips of these corn tortillas. You can also make this with just regular corn chips. You can buy corn chips and not have to go through the process of frying these. The only thing with that is they do tend to get, it tends to get really salty, and you have to be very fast and deliberate about what you're doing, because otherwise you just end up with a soggy, soppy mess.
Rita says, I'm going to try making them for breakfast next week. I'm sure my cousin David will enjoy them too.
Ooh, yes, definitely. So we still don't have a stove in the kitchen, so we're still cooking, you know, all on electric. So
Michelle says, I love watching you cook. I hope you totally get your watch hours in.
So we have our watch hours, you guys. It's so exciting. We haven't gotten our email yet, but we did reach our subscriber count and our watch hours. So that's so exciting. And I appreciate you guys so much. Like, you guys, so many people reached out. Hey, I'm running your stuff. I'm running your channel. I mean, it was awesome. I really appreciate it. Where are you needing to go, babe?
I'm just gonna get that.
Oh, okay.
Michelle, Emma Nanny is here, and she says, good morning at Robertson's Belly Acres. Love hanging with y'all in the morning.
Yay,
Michelle said, yay, grandparents again.
Oh, yes. So this will be grandbaby number 5 for us.
Yes.
In less than 3 years.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was like we said,
5 under 3.
we decided we wanted grandbabies, and we were like, hey, you know, we have grandbaby envy. And then the kids said,
The kids took us literal.
they said, oh, the kids understood the assignment. You ever see that TikTok thing? Yeah, they understood.
Baby chicks doing?
So, how are the baby chicks doing?
Baby chicks are doing good. I went out there this morning to feed them, and their feeder was empty again. So they're going through about 2 pounds of feed a day. About 2 pounds of feed twice a day.
Yeah. So they grow super fast. Super fast.
Patty Price is here. She says, good morning.
Hi, Patty.
Jovita says, I've been playing your watch list all week.
Oh, Jovita, you are awesome. Yes, it has helped so much. We are just past that threshold of 4,000 watch time hours. So that is awesome. We appreciate you.
Yes, Main Magic says yesterday was my oldest 35th birthday.
Yesterday was your oldest 35th. Well, happy birthday to your oldest. Yesterday was our youngest 17th birthday. September's a very popular month.
Michelle says, laugh out loud, don't threaten your kids with a good time. Grandparents you'll be.
Apparently. And you guys, it blew up so crazy because, you know, we were directing our grandbaby envy passive aggressiveness to our oldest daughter, who had been living with her. Well, she was engaged to her boyfriend. They had been living together for 3 years. They were finally going to get married. So, you know, we're kind of doing this, you know, typical, so when y'all gonna have babies? And we were saying grandparent envy, and then our, at the time, 17-year-old son came home and said, oh, we have to talk. So that was our first grandbaby. He and his girlfriend were both 17. But hey, you know what? We love them all the same.
That's right. Jovita says, Rachel, I really look forward to the recipes and learning new things.
Aww.
And Main Magic says, made some lobster rolls for his dinner with enough to freeze for lunches for him.
Ooh, lobster rolls. That sounds amazing.
I think Main Magic needs to make a video.
Right? So, isn't it funny how when you love to cook, that's how you show your love, right? Like, I love to cook, so it's like my daughter saying she wants chilaquiles. Oh, absolutely. You know, let's get it done. Of course, I've made chilaquiles probably 4 times since she's told me. And then she'll come over. I was like, oh, guess what we had this morning? Mom, you never invite me. I'm like, you don't need an invitation. You're my kid. But yesterday morning, we got up extra early, and I made Desi avocado toast. That's her favorite right now. She kind of goes through cycles, but right now is her favorite is avocado toast. So, yeah, she had avocado toast for breakfast yesterday morning.
Jovita has a request.
Okay.
She says, Rachel, please tell me, what you're doing. You put the onions in and then the corn tortillas?
Yes, so I cook the, think fried potatoes. If you make fried potatoes, if you make fried potatoes with onions, you cook the fried potatoes with the onions, so then that way it's kind of the flavor, right? So I put the onions in, I warmed up my grease, and I put the onions in, and I put the tortillas in with the onions. The trick here is too, this is why it takes a little longer, this is why Migos is so much easier. You have to make sure all of your chips, I guess, your tortillas get crispy. So I can't just dump them all in together. I have to put like a layer and let those get a good cook on them. Because see, if you see right here, I don't know if you guys can see that, but see how floppy and soggy this is? Let me see if I can get you guys. You can see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I were to start stirring this right now while they're floppy like that, you're just going to end up with a mush ball. So you want to let them fry, kind of get that crispness before you turn them. And then we're going to do it all over again with another batch.
Jamie from our Worst Littlefield says, "Hey guys, just saying hi. Busy loading out storage room. We'll watch tonight."
Yay, Jamie! It's so exciting. You guys have so much exciting stuff going on over there. I'm so excited for you guys.
Jovita says, "You're right, Rachel. I come over on my days off and cook and hang out with my cousin David. I don't always say I love him, but I cook for him, us, twice a week."
That's, I mean,
That's showing your love without having to visit to verbally say it.
yes. So my mama always cooked for everybody. Like, she cooked for the masses, always, always, always. And so, and that was just her way of showing her love. And so now, I mean, I think me and my sister, I think even my brothers took that on, where when somebody comes over, it's all about cooking. Even, you know, I mean, we cook daily, but, okay, I don't want my onions to get too done down there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn these, but see, they're not quite as floppy, soggy.
Oh no, here it is. Jovita says, "Smash that thumbs up, y'all."
Thank you,
You
Jovita.
have 39 in here this morning watching you and visiting with you.
Right? Good. That's awesome. You guys are awesome. That is amazing. I was like, you know, it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning. It's probably going to be like 2 people. Which I get it, because this morning I was like, man, I could sleep in. So my onions are getting a little done. I'm not going to use one of those. I'll use one of these.
After we went to the football game last night, we come home a little tired.
Yes, so we had homecoming last night, and we won. It was pretty much a blowout. It was kind of crazy. Our football team has been really, really good this year. So they have won. They are 3-1 right now in the season. So, hey, that's just, you know, phenomenal. So we are just really excited.
Yes, Michelle says that's why everyone gathers in the kitchen. Heart of the home and food to the heart. And in my case, my waist too.
That's right, me too. I can look at a, you know, apple and be like, whoop. So that's why that was the main point in knocking this wall down. Like, I was like, this kitchen is not big enough, because when everybody comes over, that's where everybody hangs out, is in the kitchen. And we've had a couple of get-togethers even without the kitchen being done. It's not even an issue. I mean, we're cooking outside, we're cooking inside, and everybody is just kind of gathering. They either gather around the grill next to Rusty, and then they come in here and they sit around the table with me and Mama, and while we're doing sides and things like that, and they just kind of flitter back and forth, and it is just so awesome and amazing.
Well, and it doesn't have to be a big get-together. Even when our oldest son comes home, he'll come in, Rachel will be cooking, and he'll get a chair out of the living room, drag it in the kitchen, and sit there and talk to her while she's cooking.
Oh yeah, so Amos has always been that way, even since he was really little. Growing pains. So when Rusty and I are a mixed family, like it's a blended family. It's a his, yours, and ours type situation. So Amos is my kid, but he's not my biological kid. So when we first got together, he was 9, and he would sit in the kitchen and he'd talk to me the whole time I was cooking. Okay, guys, I'm just draining those on a paper towel, and then they're kind of hot, but I'll show you kind of. See how crispy they are? If you want that crispness. Because when you put it in the salsa, you don't want it to just fall apart.
Dink and Tank are here this morning.
Good morning. Anyway, he would watch me the whole time, and then when we sat down to eat, he'd say, "Who made this?" And I'd be like, "Amos, you watched me make it." And he'd say, "I don't like it. I want to eat it." So don't eat it. Go make you a bologna sandwich. So he'd go make him a bologna sandwich. So then finally, I started going, he'd say, "Who made this?" And I'd say, "Your dad. Your dad made it." And he'd say, "Oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. Thank you, Dad." He was such a stinker. He eventually got over that.
He still is a stinker.
Now at 22, he'll be like, "What are you cooking for supper?"
If he notices you're live, he'll be on here in a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll text him.
So he's probably asleep.
No, he's up here. I got a Snapchat from him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So here's the second batch, and I'm not making that many. I probably should make a lot more because Allie and Josh are coming, but just for this right now, I'm just gonna make these 2 batches. But I have the first batch are draining on the paper towel. So I cooked those onions with it. I don't have to I put the last little bit of onions in here, but there's not very many, but your oil is already seasoned. So, I know that sounds weird, but that's the way that goes.
Barbita says, I set my alarm for 8:45 a.m. I'm off today.
Yay! That's awesome. Yeah, we are usually up by 5:30 every morning because Desi catches her bus at 6:25 every morning, and we have to drive to her bus stop. So, yesterday we got up at 5 in the morning because we wanted to make sure she had time to eat her avocado toast birthday breakfast and do her open her gifts and things like that before she went to school. So
Making It Home says, awesome.
hi, making it home.
So we are not having cornflakes for breakfast.
No.
Good morning.
No corn flakes, but they're kind of corn flakes if you think about it, because they're corn tortillas that are fried to a crisp. Did y'all hear that? Fried to a crisp. They're right now they're not.
They're just onion flavored.
They're just
corn
onion
chips.
flavored. I'm not putting salt on those. Okay, so if I were making chips like corn chips, I would go ahead and salt those as soon as I bring them out of the oil. But I don't salt these because the salsa gets so salty. I don't know what I'm doing here, standing here talking. See, this is going to be an issue. I really need to start getting that salsa ready.
Yeah. Bobita says, Thursday through Sunday, I get up at 4:45 a.m. Ooh, no thank you, no thank you.
That sounds like Mama. Mama's up every morning, early. All right, so I'm going to make some salsa verde over here. Let's see if we can see you guys.
I'm going to adjust it just a little bit for
Yeah. I don't know what I was over there just
There you
like
go.
blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that's all right.
I bought some tomatillos day before yesterday at the store, and I was a little bit disappointed. They don't have very big ones, and I haven't grown any. I have such an issue growing tomatillos. I don't know what I do, what I don't do, but that's going to become one of my things to do. See, they're kind of small. These are all right. These are bigger, but the other ones are kind of small. So tomatillos, they are a little bit tangier than green tomatoes.
Bobita says, I bet Mama can grow tomatillos.
I bet she can. Mama can grow anything she puts her mind. She should be like, oh, look at this plant. It's so pretty. Tomatillos. Okay, so if you've never cooked with tomatillos, they do have this husk on them. So once you take that little paper off, it is kind of sticky. They're kind of a little bit sticky. So I like to wash these really good before I throw them in to boil. So I'm going to go ahead and wash them. You don't have to turn it. I'm just because they won't be able to see it. Let me get my colander.
Making It Home says 04:15 every morning.
Oh, wow.
Bobita says, I feel your pain at Making It Home. Jean says, good morning from southern Minnesota.
Good morning, Jean.
How's that coming along over there, Rachel?
So those are looking great. I almost missed them. I'm like, oh, I better pay attention to my little chips over here. They may get a little too crispy.
Am I making everybody dizzy yet?
Yeah, Rusty's my...
I'm trying to move slowly so I don't throw anybody off their chair this morning.
So with tomatillos, you do you don't want to just rinse them. You do want to kind of give each tomato its little love because they're kind of sticky. So you want to wash that off, that stickiness off. I mean, if you don't get it all off, it's not that big of a deal. It's not like it's going to kill you. It's just, you know.
Jill says, sending love and support from Florida.
Oh,
Grand
hey,
Rising.
Jill. Thank you.
Rita says, you're good, Rusty. Jean says,
I am not going to make this super spicy. I'm sorry, honey. I am not going to make this super spicy because, well, Allie eats spicy, but she you know, I don't want to give her heartburn or anything. Good morning, Heartland HQ. Tamra. I just
Kim
saw her
Campbell
pop up.
is in here and says, what's the next step in kitchen renovation?
So hopefully next week, or this coming week, we are going to be putting walls up. So I'm really excited about that. We can get our walls up, get you know, the drywall hung, get the mudding and taping done, and then we can start painting. So now I'm getting a little bit nervous because now we're getting to the hard decisions. Like now you've got all these great ideas, but now you have to make a decision, you know, type thing. So.
Jean says, love these beautiful people.
Oh.
Let's see. Back to good. Says, good morning from
Good
Arizona.
morning.
Making it home says, I probably missed it, but what kind of oil, what temp?
Okay, so the oil, I'm just using vegetable oil, and then I had that at about a 325, and you can just kind of adjust from there. We're cooking on electric, and guys, I struggle cooking on electric so bad. I always cook on gas, and so, yeah, about 325, kind of adjust it. These look great. They're good and crispy. Yeah, so.
And just a technical thing.
Yeah.
Jovita's name is now blue for some reason. I don't know what happened.
Oh, hey, Jovita, you are blue, dabba dee button doo. So I have the tomatillos in here washed and ready. I've got 2 jalapeños.
Michelle says, I hate electric too.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's hard if that's what you're used to cooking on. And then if you're used to cooking on electric and you move over to gas, it's the same thing. You just have that, you know, little hiccup of trying to learn how to adjust things like the temp. So I'm putting 2 jalapeños in here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tomatillos, but some of those tomatillos are super small. So I think it probably counts more like 4, but.
Jill says, it's great to catch y'all live Saturday morning. You should do this more often.
Yay! So, you know, we have a video that goes up live every, a video that goes up on this channel. I try to get it up at 9 on Saturday mornings. It was funny, I was sitting at the football game last night and I was like, I don't have a video for tomorrow for Belly Acres Kitchen. And one of my best friends, Michelle, was sitting with us and she said, can you go live? And I was like, oh, that's a great idea. We can just make breakfast together. So I love it. I love that idea. Thank you, Michelle.
And Making It Home says the electric struggle is real.
Yes.
And Jovita has a question. She says,
Okay.
Rachel, is queso fresco only a garnishment? I don't know.
No, I mean, that's pretty much what you can use it for. It's good. It's got good flavor. I don't particularly like it so much. So, I guess it's kind of like cilantro. To me, cilantro is more of a, garnishment because I don't like cilantro, but some people love cilantro, so they just like load it up. So I guess it's really up to you, you know, if you feel like you want more. The funny thing about authentic Mexican food is you don't use a lot of cheese. Like, you know, if you go to an Americanized Mexican restaurant and they do it this way too, just because that's what we're used to in America is a lot of cheese. So a lot of your Mexican cuisine doesn't even have cheese. You know, cheese was kind of a, you know, more expensive thing to have. So a lot of your stuff doesn't have cheese.
Jovita says, I always ate queso fresco with corn tortillas. I love it like that.
That sounds good. I bet that's good.
Yeah. Dink and Tank says, it is a great surprise getting to be with the Robertsons this morning.
Yay! I'm so glad you guys are here.
And Jean says, gas is way better. Hubby took mine away because of the smell. Because of the gas smell. He said he could smell, but I'm getting used to electric.
Oh, wow, yeah. I mean, and it can be dangerous too, having a gas, if you have a gas leak or something. Right now we're cooking everything electric, just electric skillets. Our Instant Pot, we use this thing for everything.
I bought to have the stove this coming week.
So we got to get the walls up, the drywall done, and then the painting, and maybe we'll get that done this week, and then we can get the gas line moved and get our stove in here. So we're excited about that. I'm excited about that. Mom's excited about that. I'm just boiling these in the Instant Pot. I just hit saute and it will heat up enough and it will boil. And that runs for 30 minutes. This one. This is a really small one. I bought a small one not knowing if I would like it. I love it. So now I got to get a bigger one. But yeah, so it's yeah, so it 30 minutes and it'll boil. And but that's what I'm gonna leave that there for. Right now I'm gonna get other stuff ready for the rest of the dish, which I need to get everything ready for the salsa.
Back to good, says I'd normally be sleeping, but hubby isn't feeling well.
Oh no, I hope he gets to feeling better. That's awful. So I have half of an onion left. These are white onions. Normally I cook with yellow onions, but the white onions were cheaper, so and it's all the same. Throw those in.
Michelle says, I seriously love y'all. I think you're a very loving and down-to-earth family.
Aww.
Absolutely love Mama. Your content is always fun to watch and learn cooking.
There's the mama.
Morning.
And Desi's sitting behind us. She's, I'm going to drive y'all really slow.
Oh, flash them around there. Whoop, whoop.
Hi.
So she's reading comments as well. I'm trying to be slow, guys. I don't want to give anybody whiplash.
Go fast.
Jean says, love being here because a lot of larger channels seem to skip the people they associate with and you'll always talk to everyone.
We try really hard.
Yes.
Yes.
And on the other channel, it's getting even harder. The bigger our lives get, the harder it is to catch every comment, you guys.
Yes.
But Jean, you've got it figured out. Use them caps if you really want to get our attention.
So these are just 4 garlic cloves. I keep my garlic cloves in the freezer. Not all of them, but some of them. And so that's why they look like kind of a weird color because they have thawed out.
Kathleen McGinley says, morning, Bellyacres. Are you putting in a regular range or a double oven one?
So it's a regular range. It's a 5-burner stove, and I mean, our stove is what?
3 years old?
Maybe, yeah, about
4
about
years.
something like that.
Yeah.
And I love it, so I was like, yeah. I mean, as long as it's still holding up, because we've had it out there, and
We've had it in storage, and we're worried about mice getting into wiring, so that's the reason we're trying to hurry up and get it in the house.
Yes. So,
Kathleen says, hey, Mama and Des from the Res.
all right, I'm saving all of this stuff for the chickens, so I'm gonna set those aside.
Elaine Buchka says, hello. Dot Roper says, hey, Mama and Desi. Denise McDonald says, good morning, everyone. Alice Olivares and Chalk. Buenos dias from Kansas. Hola, Mama, Desi, Rachel, and Rusty.
Let's
So,
see,
yeah.
count. 1, 2, 3, 4,
You're cooking for
5,
7.
6, 7 with my little Addie.
Yes.
So, and how many you're gonna want? 2.
I want 2. Jethro will want 2. Allie will probably eat 2. That's
Desi will eat
6,
2.
8.
1.
Mama wants 1. That's 9. How many you want?
1.
10.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I gotta wash these.
Alice says, yes, perfect pronunciation, Rusty. I'm trying really hard. Some days my Mexican's hanging out, some days it's not. So you guys just gotta be...
All right. Oop, I'm turning y'all a little fast. I'm just going to go ahead and wash my eggs while I'm waiting. I should have been boiling this morning. That was a technical flaw on my side. Yes. Oh, I was like, oh, what happened? But I'll get those washed. But we can keep chatting. Chilaquiles. You have more sauce, like I said before. Migas. You're just cooking the You're frying those tortillas with the eggs. I really like it too, but I like it with sausage. I like to cook sausage and eggs and tortillas and cheese. So what's everybody's favorite breakfast? Doesn't matter what nationality, what's your favorite breakfast? If you could go either order something or just have something at home, what is your favorite?
Making it home says, I get my chops busted all the time for busting all caps and chats. Grr. Kathleen says, how do you like working with the new lighting? It's great, isn't it?
Oh my goodness. Like I can see everything. The only thing is now I can see like, oh, my floor is really bad. It needs to be swept, which is a good thing, but you know, it just really stands out. But I love it. We probably are going to end up putting it on 2 switches just for, you know, in the evenings or whatever, if we only need part of the lights on. But I don't know, that'll be way later down the road. I am not concerned about it. We were cooking with a shop light for so long that I'm just like, yes, bring on the light.
Rita said, shared your Belly Acres Kitchens link. Says, check out the channel for other great recipes, y'all.
Thank you.
Tamara says, smash the thumbs up and shared.
Sure.
Doc says, hello to Tamara and David. Sheila Tubbs says, hello here from Missouri.
Hi, Sheila.
Sheila says they're having Western omelet.
Oh, Western
That's what she
omelet.
likes.
That's, yes. So that's with the ham and the bell pepper and onion, right? And cheese. Isn't that a Western omelet?
I think so. Alice says,
I love omelets.
scrambled eggs, chorizo, papas, and flour tortillas. Even better if made into a burrito.
Yes, that's really good. So we love chorizo. So Mom taught me how to make chorizo, and it's a recipe that her dad taught her, and he would make it with hamburger meat. And so when I started making it, of course we were raising pigs, so I made pork chorizo. You guys, homemade chorizo is the bomb. I'm gonna have to do a video on, well, I think I shared the video on this channel of what Mom's showing how to make chorizo. So it was a throwback video, is from the other channel, but it's Mom's recipe.
We might have to redo that one.
Yeah, we could redo that one too, but I'm gonna make it with hamburger meat because that's what I grew up on, and it's so good. So Mom even made deer meat chorizo once, and that was really good. But if you like deer, but Mom doesn't like deer.
Montgomery says biscuits and sausage gravy.
Oh yes, so that's one of Rusty and Desi's favorites.
And Amos.
And Amos, yep. Biscuits and gravy.
Can't hardly mess up biscuits and gravy.
I don't know. I've messed up some stuff, let me tell you.
T. McD says IHOP pancakes, medium eggs, bacon, and taters. Yum.
Oh, IHOP pancake. I don't know what they do that. I think they put crack in it. It's so good. Like their pancakes are fluffy and awesome. Yes, I agree with that.
Jovita says I love huevos Centeno, refried beans, bacon, and potatoes, and of course flour tortillas.
Here, they got you reading.
Ben's Over Acres says pancakes, bacon, and eggs.
Pancakes, bacon, and egg. Look at the camera.
Hi, guys. Deb903 says, good, cool morning from East Texas. Denise says, eggs, sausage, crispy hash browns, and sourdough toast is my favorite.
Ooh.
Greg Kozier says, good morning from Crockett, California.
Sourdough toast sounds so
Yes,
good.
it does. Jovita says, I'm going to make potato egg tacos when my cousin gets up.
Papas con huevos.
Huevos con papas.
Y papas a huevo. You have to finish it.
Michelle says, eggs Benedict with a side of salsa, but need to try the things you make. I take care of my 85-year-old mom, and she can't do fried or spicy.
Oh, yeah. So that's what's really hard, trying to not do, kind of like only putting 2 jalapenos in the salsa, or, you know, things like that.
Yes. Johnston Hill says, bacon and eggs, an omelet, or a sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Ooh, yes. Bacon
Making
and
it home says, learn from my flop. Do not do white counters.
Right. So we had white counters at our last house, and it was tile, kind of like this table is, but the grout lines had worn out. Oh God, it was just a nightmare. It really was.
Itsy Bitsy says, hi, you can always put the lights on a dimmer.
Yes, and that's what a lot of people said, maybe a dimmer, and that's a good idea. Putting in another switch, that's a good idea. Man, I got cheated on that one. Look, like, That pit was so big that.
Jovita says, I tried making the chorizo. It was okay. However, it didn't look like yours, Rachel. That's because it has to be wet, but not too wet. Red, but not too red. You guys, you gotta understand, there's no measurement. It's trial and error, basically. So Jovita,
I bet it was amazing.
do it again, and I guarantee it, every time you do it, I know it was amazing the first time, but it'll get that, you'll perfect it. By the time you get done trying it.
So the joke behind that is I called my mom to ask her how to make chorizo. And I had watched her making it before, but I just needed refresher. And so she's telling me on the phone, you need to put chili powder in it. It needs to be red, but not too red. You need to put vinegar. It needs to be wet, but not too wet. And so I'm writing this down. Chili powder, red, but not too red. Vinegar, wet, but not too. So it became this whole joke. Call mom for a recipe. You get red, but not too red.
Kathleen McGinley says, favorite, pork roll browned well on a toasted buttered English muffin with German mustard.
Oh, that sounds so good. Yum.
Jean says, on Sundays, omelet, put cheese, bacon cut like pies on bacon cut like pie on toast, bacon, egg, and cheese.
Nice.
Karen Spitzer says, I made homemade waffles and sausage for my breakfast today. Would love to try what you're having.
Ooh, homemade waffles and sausage. I love waffles too.
Elaine
I
says,
like chicken and waffles.
yes. Elaine says, I'd eat anything for breakfast, Rachel. Will you make for me? Good morning to you and Rusty, Mama and Desi.
Good morning. Aw, you're so sweet.
Alice says, oh, yummy homemade chorizo. I love red chili chilaquiles stew. Chilaquiles.
Yeah.
I seen it written out. I couldn't. I was like,
So I make the salsa roja for the chilaquiles too, but my daughter likes our oldest daughter, the pregnant one. She likes the.
She thinks she runs things.
Well, she's carrying our grandbaby. She likes the salsa verde better than
Yes.
the others.
Sheila Tubb says to make the best pancake, put vanilla in the batter. Mexican vanilla is the best.
Yes. So
I do that.
we made.
Did you hear that, Sheila? That's how Mama does it.
We made some homemade vanilla, but instead of using like your clear,
like vodka or.
yes, we used some spiced rum.
And that will be getting broken out tomorrow because we're out of imitation vanilla.
Oh, wait, you're gonna put it in the coffee?
And I'm gonna put just a little bit in our coffee. We might be loaded, but we're gonna try it.
So I mean, I've had it. Let's see, I don't even know. I have a video on making it, and I had said in the video it's like 8 to 12 weeks, and it's better 8 to 12 months, and it has been probably maybe 9 months, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, about that.
It's been a while.
I know we're pushing a year.
And it's looking really good. And I didn't make very much of it because I wanted to see how it was going to come out. I don't know if I can reach that right now.
Sheila Tubb says to make the best. Oh, okay.
It's way up there. I get it, Mama.
Jean says today off, so being lazy and just coffee and maybe malto meal and toast.
Ooh, malto meal. I like malto meal.
I do too.
Tole.
Jovita, thank you. She put the video link up. Says go check out Rachel and Mama making chorizo.
Thank you, Jovita. You are awesome. So, see, check this out. Look how dark that is. And I know it's spiced rum, but it's not normally that dark. But you can maybe see the vanilla beans still in there, but they're, yeah. So, and it smells amazing. I want to make a rum cake with it.
Yeah. Back to Good says they like bacon, and more bacon with a sprinkle of eggs and cheese wrapped in a tortilla.
So just make yourself a bacon tortilla, and then you just wrap it in that.
That's what I said. Bacon and bacon and bacon and bacon.
And then sprinkle of
eggs, cheese.
Cheese.
Roll it up and eat. I think it sounds bomb myself.
Yes. yes, definitely. We have to find a good. We still haven't found anybody that can cure our bacon the way we like it. So, and we've been to several butchers.
We found one, but it's an hour, a little over an hour away. But I think that's where we're going to have to go back to this next time. So.
But that little rock house out there, if you watch Robertson's Belly Acres, where we made the brooder for the little chicks, we want to eventually put tin on the ceiling in there.
Root.
And make that into a smoker, and then we can start doing our own bacon and ham.
Yes.
I think that's way down the road, but I think that would be awesome.
Elaine wants to know what kind of vanilla beans did you use?
So down in the description, there is an Amazon link for those vanilla beans, and they are vanilla beans for vanilla extract. So there's different grades of vanilla beans. One of my best friends, Megan, told me about it. She said, you know, there's different grades that you have to use, and she had done all this research, and so she's made some for her family too. But I can't remember what the grades were, but this was specific for vanilla, to make vanilla extracts. So I mean, you can type it, like search it. So, and I think they were from Madagascar, is the ones that I used. So yeah, they smell amazing.
The only reason I say yes is I remember that because of Madagascar.
Because of the cartoon.
Yep. Jovita says, Rachel, will you be making tamales this winter?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. If we can get my stove in, we're making tamales. We're probably going to start selling them again around here. We did a few years ago, sold tamales.
And it was a hit. Back to Good says, I want to try making crispy bacon dipped in pancake batter and cooked bacon pancakes. And we have done something like that before.
Yes.
We didn't dip it, but we put the bacon in there on the griddle and pour our pancake batter over it, and the kids really liked it. And we've done the same thing with sausage.
I just took my last lime, and it was almost black and hard. I'm like, oh, good thing I have lime juice. So we keep lime juice and lemon juice on hand, just in case. You never know with lemons and limes. Sometimes we will cook a whole bunch with lemons and limes, and so we use them really fast, and then sometimes they sit in the refrigerator for so long that they end up turning into just little limes, turn into little rocks, and the lemons turn into little mush balls. So I like to keep this on hand just because it's stored better. It's not, you know.
Kathleen McGinley says, for Thanksgiving, I make a rum pecan pie with a pie crust made with frangelica instead of water. Everyone raves.
Yes. Rum pecan pie. That sounds amazing.
Elaine says, okay, I saw those. Dot says, that sounds yummy. Back to Good. Jovita says, Rachel, they are so good, but too much work for one person.
Tamales, yes. So now Mama's here and Desi, they will pitch in and they will help. But Rusty and I, we used to make tamales, just he and I, and sell them. It was a lot of work. And
Yes.
we got so big in selling these. We were making anywhere from 20 to, well, one weekend, we did what, 30, 25?
We did 35 dozen.
35 dozen tamales in a weekend. Yeah, it got to be a lot. And so we had a system. It worked really well. We could get them banged out, but
We
it's
could do
still a
5.5
lot.
dozen every hour.
It was
Yeah.
still a lot of work. So if we start doing them to sell them this winter, I think it's going to be kind of a limited thing. It's not going to be like advertised on Facebook. It's going to be more like, hey, friends and family, we're making some, you know. So I say that and we won't charge anybody for them because it's friends and family.
Ruby McGilbert says, I buy tamales every Christmas from a Mexican lady here. They are so good.
Yes, I bet.
Rita says, I remember making tamales with my mom and my aunts when I was in my 20s. It was so much fun.
Oh, wow.
And that's
I
what-
didn't know what time it was. Okay.
Tamales is really all about, is teamwork and visiting, and it's fun.
Yes.
You have 74 people in here watching you
Wow,
this morning.
good morning, everybody. All right, so my tomatillos are not complete, like they're, let me do this.
They're
Tortilla
white.
fingers. They're squishy, those are hot, but they're boiled. I mean, they never got to boiling, which normally I would let them boil down. We got to speed this along. And then my jalapeños, they're good enough. Good enough. They're good enough.
That's good, since I live 10 miles from Mexico and can't get a decent tamale anywhere here.
All right, so I put half an onion in here, 4 cloves of garlic, about, I don't know, there were 8 tomatillos, but some of them were really small, so 4 or 6 tomatillos, 2 jalapeños. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of the chicken flavor bouillon. This stuff, it has different seasonings in it. It's not just a chicken flavor, which I think all of them do, but you just have to remember that this is very salty. So 1 heaping tablespoon. That's why I'm not adding any extra. You can always add salt, but you can't ever take it away. Oh, there's the mail.
Mailman just came
Mail.
by.
I'm also
There's
going
the
to put
mail that never fails. Sorry.
some lime juice. That's so much easier than cutting those. And then, right here. Okay. Everybody, turn down your volume, because I'm fixing to hit the button. So everybody turn down the volume. We're going to get loud. Okay, so this looks beautiful.
Packaged goods is the best ones I can find are Bueno brand in Walmart freezer. It's sad that the best tamale they can find is from Walmart.
Spicy.
All right.
HEB makes really good to me.
Do they? HEB makes really good tamales. So anybody down in Texas, go to your local HEB. They are mama approved.
Heartland with Dink and Tank says, never had a homemade tamale, only the canned ones growing up. Need to experience that someday.
Don't buy the frozen one, buy the fresh made ones.
Oh, here, Rusty, sit back. Okay, go ahead.
Don't buy the frozen one, buy the fresh made, because they make them there. at
Ooh,
HEB.
nice. There you go. You guys heard it from Mama.
Yes.
Oh, I'm turning y'all fast. So I'm going to go ahead.
Mary of Ventura says, we did a homeschooling day of tamale making. It was so much fun, but something about the masa gave me the migraine to beat all migraine.
Oh no! I wonder what it was. That's cool. That's a really good. Homeschool. That's a good experience for so many things. That's science. That's math. That's home ec. That's awesome. That is really awesome. And if you're following a recipe like I throw together, you were studying shorthand as well. You know, that was before text. So I drained out some of this grease. I don't have much left in there. And I'm going to turn this back up to about 325. And I'm going to dump my salsa in there. Okay, so disclosure. If I was making red salsa, I would add water to this and I would cook it down. And the reason for that is that the tomatillos are way, way more juicy than a regular tomato is. I know that sounds weird, but it is. And in the red, I don't put fresh, I do. I put some jalapenos in it too, but I put dry chiles in it that, I boiled them down, but there's a lot more dry ingredients in that than there is you know, wet. So a lot of times you end up with kind of like pulp at the bottom. So you just want to put water in it. But this green salsa is awesome. So I don't even have to really cook it down. I'm just gonna warm it up. So looks like 325 is too high.
Well, Witness says, yes, Mama, HEB has great tamales.
She knows. She knows over there close to her.
Yes, he does.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and add
It just goes down the
my chips.
Kingsville.
Just 30 miles over there.
Yeah.
And you don't want to cook these down to mush. You want them, you just want to toss them. So
They live way down the
I don't-
country.
I think this is more of a preference thing
And every time we went, they had
because I don't like mushy food. Even oatmeal, if I'm going to eat oatmeal or maltomeal or anything like that, I have to have crackers or pecans or something that gives it some texture because I don't like the mush. So I just kind of throw this in there, kind of toss it around a little bit. I'm going to let it warm up. And I'm not going to cover it because if you cover it, you're trapping in all of that condensation. That will make it mushy.
Back to Good says, we're doing cooking class for the kids for homeschooling all the time. They pick recipes they want to try. They have found the perfect burger and chicken tenders recipes. Laugh out loud.
That is so cool. Sorry guys, I got my head in here.
Mary Ventura says, great cooking is not precise. My husband asks me how much, a tablespoon, a teaspoon, I say until it's right. He used to get frustrated, but now with more time together in the kitchen, he gets it. I understand. Mary, I'm right there with your husband. Michelle says mush, that's why I hate grits.
Yeah, so I have to have some sort of texture. Yes, so cooking is a great lesson, I think. And when our older three were younger, they weren't homeschooled, but once a week they cooked and they had to do the whole deciding what they were going to cook. We would go through the pantry and the refrigerator to find, you know, if they needed to go to the store. If they had to go to the store, they had a budget. We'd go to the store, they'd buy the ingredients. What's wrong? Rusty was over here chasing
the sliver of avocado.
Yeah, of avocado. Okay, so I'm warming up my oil so that I can go ahead and make some over easy eggs.
Back to Good says exactly. I don't measure much. Everything is to taste. A little bit of this, a little bit more of that.
Yes.
And a lot of cooking too is by smell. Like if Rachel makes enchiladas or enchilada casserole, it's to smell. I mean, not just a taste, but she knows it's getting right there because of the smell.
Hey, these are farm fresh eggs, so I do break them in a bowl before I put them in the pan. I have been caught too many times. Oh, you guys, look at the richness of that egg yolk. I don't know if you guys can see it probably when it comes in. Oh, you know what? You just can't beat farm fresh eggs. Beautiful.
Those eggs are looking pretty good, babe.
All right. I have to hurry. I don't want that to turn to mush. Woo. Hey now, you don't start talking back. Okay, talk back then. It's okay. Just don't hurt me, man. No.
I'll hurt you when you steal it.
Okay, so while those, I'm going to serve up this first big plate here. Allie and Josh better hurry. No, I will make them more.
Not working today.
Huh?
No. They all do.
Okay. I cook with the same thing, so hey. This is probably why they
I
bought.
love farm fresh eggs.
Why?
I haven't bought any eggs.
Because I'm
at the
adding
store for
stuff in
years.
it.
Kathleen again says, never did them in oil. I use butter on everything. Mary says, I miss our chickens.
Oh, you guys,
Heather Hopper says, that flopping egg was to be a rooster.
must have been. I popped that one. All right, so after they're turned over, add a little bit of salt,
Jean says, yeah,
a
once
little bit of pepper.
you had fresh, store-bought, have no flavor.
That's it. That's like with everything. That's crazy. Grab another one here. Getting a little mushy.
Kim Campbell says, the worst part of this is we can't taste your cooking. Ah. You got the red crying face.
Okay, this one is gonna be cooked. Desi, sorry. All right. So let's bring this over here. I'm gonna turn this off and we'll make the rest of them here just a little bit because we're probably really close, if not over that hour. Kind of throw that over that.
Karen Wiley Burns says, hello from Australia.
I'm gonna take a little bit of that salsa and put it over. I don't have any of the queso fresco. Queso, what is it?
Queso Fresca.
Yes, don't have any of that. Rusty had to fix me. So those are chilaquiles, you guys. Let's let Rusty try it. We always let Rusty try it, right? I need to get Mama hers.
Oh. When you get a chance, no hurries.
Sorry, babe. Okay, let's turn you around. All right, you guys. Here you go.
Moment of truth. These eggs are done perfectly.
Yeah.
The tortillas are spot on. Mm. Mm-hmm. I could use a little bit more heat.
Well, you know.
Oh yeah, this isn't MasterChef, is it? Or
You can
Chop.
have more avocado if you want more avocado. I only put 3 on there
it's
because
okay.
it's pretty.
Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome.
Here you go, Desi.
Jovita says, OMG, that looks bomb. It is, Jovita. Oh my goodness. Elaine says, let's go, let Rusty go first. Again, at least it's not ticking. Right? Right?
Hey, in my defense, he was a firefighter. He knows what bombs sound like, right?
And I told her, that's not my job as a firefighter. We send the cops to check out the bombs. They have the bomb squad and all that stuff. We just go and put fire out. Drag the bodies.
No, you can sit right there. This is for life.
Jean says, thank you, peeps. You have a great and wonderful rest of your day. Karen Wiley Burns says, 1:05 a.m. Sunday morning here.
Wow.
Good Sunday to you.
Man.
Jill says, oh, yum. Karen Lackey says, OMG, I'm so late. You're not late. You're just in time for the taste testing and watch me eat.
It's Karen Lackey.
Karen Lackey.
Desi had something. Oh, and Mom had something they wanted.
Yes.
Karen Lackey sent Desi and Mama a birthday present.
Yes, she is.
And she's in here.
Oh, thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Karen.
We loved it.
You're
Jovita
so
says, I'm
sweet.
making them next week.
Yes, do it. Do it, do it. Okay, so here we go. What time is it? Here, Mama.
It
Here's
is
some.
10:07. Michelle says, smells great from North Carolina. Poor Rusty. Rachel must have felt you through that ticking. And you must find and deactivate.
That's right. Okay, here we go. Desi, then you can say hi or talk to Karen.
Thanks, Karen. It was great. I loved it.
And that will be in the next video, Karen, where Desi and Mama both open their presents. You guys, there's so many of you guys in here. I'm just like overwhelmed. I didn't know, if there would be maybe 2 or 3. I'm sorry it was kind of crazy, but I just love having people in my kitchen. I love being able to sit and chat and talk to anybody that comes to our house. They just sit in the kitchen and they talk with us. So this was so cool. I got to have a day where we get to talk to you guys, and it's like you're here. I love it. Thank you so much. I don't know if this will become a regular thing. This was kind of like I don't have a video yet, so if you do like the idea, just let me know. Maybe we can do some more live cooking channels or cooking shows. Oh, thank you so
Karen
much,
Lackey
Deborah.
says, you're so welcome. I hope both of you have the best birthdays. Betty Ashton says, love your channel. I get so hungry watching you cook. Armida says, great idea cooking live. It looks delicious. I watched on TV and my phone. And happy birthday, Mom and Desi.
Aww.
Deborah Spiker says, good morning, y'all. Looks yummy. Elaine Buchka says, you have 85 thumbs up. Kathleen
that is
says,
so
this
awesome.
was really fun. Do it again. Michelle says, always a good time with y'all. Thank you and enjoy. Johnston Hill says, looks delicious. Enjoy your breakfast and have a wonderful day. Ovita says, thank you everyone for smashing the thumbs up.
You guys are awesome. Thank
Ruby
you so
says,
much.
love the idea of live cooking. Heather Hopper says, pop-up lives are wonderful. Ben's Over Acres says, love this cooking.
Awesome. Thank
Karen
you so
Spiker
much.
says, love the live show and watching you cook. Mary Ventura says, you guys are great company. Pat Montgomery says, yes, please do it again. Kim Campbell, congrats on the subscribers. Karen says, happy birthday, Mama, and from Australia. And Jill says, thank you again. Much love.
Oh, thank you guys so much, and be watching for the next videos. I try to put a video out on Wednesday mornings at 9 and on Saturday mornings at 9, and hopefully we're going to get back to this kitchen remodel this week, so be watching for that. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. You don't want to miss the remodel, and then afterwards all the amazing cooking. Mom and I will be in this kitchen, and Rusty too, tearing it up.
Yes.
Not tearing it up literally.
Ovita says, woohoo, love you, Rachel.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for being here.